Hey there guys, it's Metro, and unfortunately, I'm making a video about something that I do not want to be making a video about, and it's a sad day. It's really not something I want to be doing at 10 o'clock in the morning on a day I'm supposed to be at work, but I'm not at work because of the snow anyway. So yesterday was a patch. Obviously, it's been a complete disaster. I don't think I've ever seen a patch come as messed up as this one is. I don't know if you guys have rated it all, like properly rated, but it's effectively 10 times harder now because of this massive FPS problem that seemingly everyone is having. But that's not the point of this video. Regardless about what you say, there's a whole nother video here about just the actual leveling changes. But regardless what you say about those, they also made some changes to raids. So this video is going to be, unfortunately, a public response to the ignorance, I don't even know how to describe it, just the nonsense that's going on in this community right now. The confusion, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, so they made changes to basically all content in the game. So if you haven't done a dungeon yet in 7.3.5 as a leveling character, you're going to notice that all the mobs take considerably longer to kill. Yes, it's not any more challenging. It was never intentionally supposed to be challenging, not even during Classic leveling dungeons, but it takes a lot longer to do. So people are already like, oh, blah, 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 all these, I can't even imagine what some of these people are coming up with. But the facts of the matter is, it actually feels more engaging now, at least to me. I quite enjoy it. I did it a lot on the PTR, and I quite enjoy it. I like the changes that they made to health pools. All right, that's it. So if you don't align that way, the rest of this video may not be too kind to your thought. But anyway, they also did this with raids. So when we found out they did it with raids, I was actually quite shocked. I was actually quite interested to hear that they did it, especially to classic raids, TBC Wrath raids, because there's people out there who do like Project 60. Like you'd see like big guys like Soda Poppin' and others doing Project 60, and they're bringing like 6 people to a 40-man raid. So I think that's a pretty clear indication that this makes complete sense to do this, okay? But unfortunately, what they did is they buffed all the raids, not including Antorus and stuff. I don't know if WAD was changed, but I definitely know up to MOP was changed. So, like Classic, the raid went from having like 1 million health to 4 million. So it's like, that's not even true, first of all. Like Ragnaros, I think he had like 3 million health, so you still one-shot him, right? So it's like Classic, TBC, and Wrath. No, you should not be changed in any way. If you can't do 3 million DPS in one global, then I don't want to hear from you, okay? But so after that, yeah, it might take a little bit longer to do like kata raids. I could see probably taking like maybe 10, 15 seconds per boss now. But MOP raids really got affected pretty heavily. And that, it's unfortunate. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know why they changed MOP raids. To me, if it was me, I would make it so it was only Classic, Wrath, and TBC, because that's what people are reliving, right? Like, maybe Kata. I don't think people are reliving Kata, though, to be fair. I don't think you're seeing a lot of Project 90s out there. Or 85, Project 85. But anyway, I know for a fact people are definitely doing Wrath, and I thought the Wrath and TBC being combined was actually quite interesting, because now you can do Project 80, and you could do both TBC and Wrath. Now, that seems really interesting to me. And in fact, I'm quite interested in Project 60, and I've been pretty outspoken about how I actually like the idea of playing 60 on Legion even a little bit more than I do actual playing Classic. Like, I was originally very hyped for the Classic servers, but now after the leveling and dungeon changes, I think I might actually enjoy this more. So I thought I did, but I didn't. Anyway, that's, once again, a whole nother topic. What we're talking about today is the fact that they buffed the health in MOP raids. And like I said, I'm not for it. I don't think they should have done it. I think the reason, so people, here's the generic responses I hear. Why did Blizzard do this, right? It's a logical question, but they did it because Soda Poppin', who's has 200,000 people watching him on average, like over the course of a few days, people are seeing him do this shit with 6 people. It's just bad. It just doesn't work. It's not good for the game. Obviously, it's not really supported content, so it does seem a bit strange that they would care all of a sudden. But if they're going to change leveling and they're going to add pacing to this old content, they might as well do it for raids too. And I'm totally fine with them doing it for Classic, 60, 70, 80, maybe even up to, Kata, like I said. But I don't really see a point to doing it in MOP, because from my approximation, the main reason you do it is to give old, like, to make it so people who want to go play Classic can actually play Classic. And I honestly think they're setting that up. I think the way they've delivered actual Classic is gonna, like, a lot of people are gonna hit that wall and they're gonna be like, let's just go play it. Let's go Project 60 instead. You know, I think that's kind of what they're thinking here with some of these adjustments. But regardless, so that's like the first thing. And then the second thing is, I mean, the reason we're making this video is because I woke up and I looked at Wowhead, okay? On Wowhead, there is a thing called Patch 7.3.5 Undocumented Changes. So I was like, I'll check this article out. This is probably going to have some good stuff. Now, first of all, their definition of undocumented is not my definition of undocumented. Theirs is, if it doesn't appear in a patch note, this is an undocumented change. Yet almost all these things on this list are well documented in the actual community, just not by Blizzard themselves. So I can understand, whatever, you make the article, you make the post because it's not in the official patch notes, and there's a lot of people out there who didn't spend any time researching the PTR. I could totally understand that. But I read about 90% of this stuff, and I was like, these are not undocumented. If you were on the PTR for a minute, you would know these things. So I was a little frustrated with that. I'll be honest. I was a little frustrated with that. But then I get to this part, all the way at the end here. It says, old raids. The health pools of raid bosses from Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, and Warlords of Draenor expansions have been increased considerably. So I didn't know about Warlords of Draenor. I haven't tried that. But the thing that we're actually, like, the reason I'm making this video is the next line. It says, bosses such as Raw-Den and Shaw of Pride cannot be soloed anymore. Are you fucking serious? So this is from Wowhead, supposed to be a credible source of information, and now I'm sitting here like Trump talking about fake news. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Why can Shaw of Pride no longer be soloed? What are you talking about? I just don't know, man. I don't fucking know. So they make a comment like that. They put that on their website. What do you think's going to happen? People are going to freaking go nuts, dude. Look at the comments. I wish I had this on. I should have put this on. I should just record this live. I'm going to have this in the description, guys. Follow along with me and have a laugh, okay? Here's a good one. Why? Just why? Most people are done with Legion content because the content Legion has is only Mythic Plus. So why shouldn't players be allowed to solo old raids? Oh my god, these people. Holy shit, man. It's not fucking impossible. You can do anything you want to. You can still kill things that are 25 item level or 25 level lower than you guys. Why do people say these things? I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. Yes, it takes longer. Okay, I did it on the PTR. I'm doing it now again in the video. It takes a lot fucking longer. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, okay? But it's not impossible. And while I'm not in favor of them doing it for MOP, and apparently in WoD too, definitely it might actually be impossible in WoD. I don't know. But people are like freaking out about this, and it is so hard to take you serious. Like, so this is what happened here. Blizzard made this knee-jerk reaction, likely in response to all the people doing Project 60. That's my only approximation. I can't understand why they would do it otherwise. So if you have any stake in this argument, let me know on that topic. But otherwise, it makes no sense whatsoever to me. So I have to assume, here's knee-jerk reaction number 1, and then knee-jerk reaction number 2, people who are supposed to be professionally covering this video game on a fucking website that Blizzard actually promotes on their media can't even give objective facts about the fucking information that they're giving. It's like, come on, man. How far gone is this community? It just doesn't even make sense to me anymore. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Shaw has like 10 million health on heroic, on normal. Wait, you can't solo that? What are you talking about? So I did it on heroic and I did it on normal just to prove that it is not in any way harder, okay? So let's have a look at that. We're just going to show the actual footage of Shaw. Everything you've been watching up until this point was me getting to him on Mythic. Now we're just going to show Shaw, okay? Just going to show Shaw. And you guys are going to be really upset by the results. I have to tell you that. So I've calmed down. Hey, take a deep breath. Anyway, I'm really incensed by this because what is really frustrating to me is that, like, you know, Blizzard is trying to make changes to the game, which, you know, they confuse people. Obviously, I completely understand that. But, like, if you actually look at the things that have happened, especially in this expansion, you should be able to see a reason. Like, if you objectively look at it, right, you should be able to see a reason why everything that they've done this expansion has actually been for the betterment of the game overall. So I made a video about this a long time ago, probably almost a year ago. It was like midsummer probably. And the video's point was basically to say that the changes that came with Legion, and now subsequently the future of Legion, this patch, were the best and the worst thing that ever happened to the game, okay? And in very quick summary, the reason it was the best was because it incredibly increased the amount of people playing the game regularly and like repeatedly. But the worst was because it's giving incentive for people to do things that they don't necessarily want to do just to increase their player power. So there's a whole video on the topic, okay? And some people love it, some people don't. But if you actually look at it objectively, you have to understand that more people playing the game more frequently is better. If you don't think it is, then you don't like the game. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? If you don't enjoy playing the game and you hate that you have to play it to actually be the best that you can be at it, then this isn't the game for you. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, I'm looking at the Dungeon Journal, because I'm about to make a video on soloing something that I know isn't impossible, and I'm trying to figure out why people would say it's impossible. So there's two things that come to mind immediately. One, it's because you can get imprisoned or banished. That's how it worked on the old days. That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way anymore. You can't get imprisoned or banished, okay? It's not possible. So I don't know if this is new or if this is with the patch too, but when I did this on the PTR, it was the same way. The mechanics that would CC you don't happen anymore. I don't know if they previously did happen, and maybe that's why people think it's impossible, but as you're going to see here, he doesn't actually do these mechanics. Even though he uses them, they do nothing to me. And then the second thing that I was thinking was, maybe it's because you get mind controlled. I remember the mind control was a problem in the old days. When we actually did this fight, people get mind control, you had to kill them. So I don't know, once again, if this is a change, but I actually get mind controlled and I can still control my character. It didn't change anything. So I assume these are changes that were made to the fight. Maybe it's me who's making a knee-jerk reaction, and this was hot fixed this morning, but I highly fucking doubt it, okay? I really do doubt this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I did this on the PTR. I had no problem soloing it. I'm pretty sure I did Mythic. I might have done Heroic at the time. I can't recall. I did it just kind of on a whim. But as you see there, he was casting Imprison, and he's mind controlled me, and he is not doing anything that's stopping me from killing him. I'm literally, I show you the start of the fight. I prove I don't even need good damage at any point. I don't even pop CDs on the pull. I have Agrimars and Cephazon, not even appropriate legendaries. I'm a tank spec. You know what I mean? If you can't do this much damage, then you don't go solo shit, man. Go get gear. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the complaints are. I really don't. I'm sure I'll know after you guys leave some comments. But for me, it's just really getting silly at this point. People who are just making up reasons to be upset with the game. If you don't like it, don't play it. That's the best advice I can give you. But really, I think this change is great for everything other than mop raids. I wish it didn't happen in mop raids because, yes, it considerably slows them down. But please, don't ever fucking say you can't solo a boss that has 20 lower levels than you, okay? Unless there's actual mechanical reasons, it's never going to be about health. Okay, so sorry I had to make this video. Hope you enjoy your Wednesday. I'll be back with live streams on Friday. Definitely going to be doing some leveling and some stuff, some 5-man stuff, if the 5-man work. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Make sure you leave some comments.